Once cars were more than transport. They were little pieces of our lives. Every switch, handle, and hum meant something. Let's remember 15 car details that vanished, but still live in the hearts of those who drove them. Bench seats. Before cup holders and consoles, one long cushion stretched across the front. You could slide over after a date or let your child fall asleep with a head on your arm. Families squeezed three across and sang along to the radio. The fabric smelled of summer dust and soda spills, worn smooth by time. Today's bucket seats may support better posture, but they'll never hold that closeness. Vent windows. Small triangles of glass that caught just the right breeze. You twisted them open for that fresh whiff of gasoline, rain, and roadside diners. They made a gentle whistle when the speed climbed past 60. Even after air conditioning arrived, many drivers kept them cracked for luck. That little flutter of air felt like freedom, simple and personal. Manual choke knob. A chrome pull on cold mornings. One tug and the car cleared its throat. Drivers learned its language. Too much, and the engine sulked. Too little, and it shivered. It demanded patience, and you gave it gladly. Parents taught kids the trick. Half choke, light tap on the gas. Listen for the steady idle. It was the sound of mechanical friendship before electronics took over. Chrome bumpers. Polished steel, thick enough to lean against while waiting outside a diner. You could see your reflection and the taillights of the car behind you. After small scrapes, a rag and polish brought the shine back. They carried stories, city dents, country dust, highway bugs. Now everything's painted plastic. Nothing to buff. Nothing to remember. Pop-up headlights. With a flip of a switch, two sleepy eyes rose from the hood. They hummed softly, blinked open, and the road ahead glowed alive. At rest stops, kids watched them fold down like magic toys. They gave every car a bit of personality, part machine, part creature. Modern lights may see farther, but they don't wink goodnight. Analog dash clock. A ticking dial surrounded by chrome, slightly fast or stubbornly slow. Its hands moved even when the radio was silent. Night drives lit it softly amber, matching the glow of the gauges. You'd glance at it before long trips and trust it more than your watch. Digital numbers tell time, but that clock kept company. Ashtray and cigarette lighter. Even if you never smoked, you used that lighter for foggy windows or birthday candles in the car. Push, wait, pop, and that warm metal smell filled the cabin. Coins clinked in the ashtray, and sometimes spare fuses hid inside. It was a tiny ritual between stops, part of the dashboard's heartbeat. Today, the socket powers phone chargers. No character, no story. Full-size spare tire. Lift the trunk mat, and there it was. Solid rubber, air-ready. You could change it on the shoulder with grit and pride. Rain or shine, you knew the road couldn't trap you. It meant preparation, independence, and a bit of adventure. Modern kits feel disposable. That full-size spare felt heroic. Hand crank windows. A turn of the wrist, a click of gears, and wind rushed in. Kids fought for the handle. The faster you cranked, the bigger the laugh. Sometimes the crank squeaked, but you learned its rhythm. It connected muscle to motion, effort to comfort. Now, a finger press replaces it. Efficient, but lifeless. Column shifter. Right behind the steering wheel, the lever clicked smoothly through gears. No console to block a hand or slide across the seat. One motion, and you were ready to roll. The sound crisp and certain. It symbolized control. Nothing fancy, just mechanical honesty. Touchscreens can't replace the feel of that single satisfying clunk. Metal ignition key. Cold metal, weighty and personal. You jingled it with others on the chain. You knew which one by touch. The turn of the key told stories. The cough of winter, the hum of summer. It was commitment. The engine only answered if you were there. Now cars start themselves, but that old click still echoes in memory. Cassette deck and radio dial. Static, hiss, and the thrill of finding your station. You'd twist the dial until voices faded into a favorite song. Cassettes snapped into place with a satisfying clack. Sometimes the tape tangled, and you rescued it with a pencil. Music had texture. You could hold your playlist in your hand. Hidden gas cap behind the tail light. Designers once played tricks for fun. You'd flip open a chrome fin or swing out a tail light to fill the tank. It felt secret, like sharing a wink with your car. Gas attendants smiled. They knew the code. Today, everything hides behind plastic doors. Nothing clever, nothing charming. Hood ornaments. Proud emblems perched at the end of the hood, catching morning sun. From winged goddesses to leaping cats, each stood for something noble. Kids reached out to touch them when the car was parked. Rain beaded around them, light shimmered off their curves. Safety laws made them vanish, but elegance went with them. Carburetor. The heart before computers. The part that breathed with you. A gentle pump on the pedal, and you felt the engine respond. Mechanics tuned them by ear, not code. They coughed, growled, and finally purred when everything was right. Cars today are smooth, smart, and silent. But they've forgotten how to speak. Those old features gave every journey texture and warmth. If any of these brought a smile, you remember when the road was an experience, not a commute. Subscribe to Echoes of Old America for more stories like these. Because the past still drives us forward. You smelled gasoline, oil, and effort. A scent of real driving